After 6 games over 3 days in the Dakota Dome, all played and finished, just one matchup was left to unfold. The 11 AAA state championship between the Jefferson Cavaliers and the Harrisburg Tigers. These two teams met back in week 1. Cavaliers won that game by a final of 43-13, but a bit of a different story early on. Dylan Elrod rolling right, little pump fake here, going for it all, and connects with Titan Tryon. Beautiful spiral there, 33 yards on the score. 7-0 Harrisburg after 1. Cavs now on offense. Talon Ashley on the design quarterback keeper, showing off the Jets. Heck of an athlete that kid is. 27 yards untouched into the end zone. 7-7 ball game in the second quarter. Ensuing Tigers drive. Elrod going back to the air over the middle. Back to Titan Tryon. He hauls it in. Takes a big hit here. Taken down at the 1-yard line. They would punch it in a play later. 14-7. The Tigers thinking upset. Jefferson, though, had an answer. Nelson right up the middle, high-stepping his way in for the 9-yard score. We had ourselves a ball game all even up at 14 apiece. Following a Harrisburg punt, Jefferson looking for its first lead. Ashley going downtown. Robert Hutchinson, yes, sir, 34-yard post pattern there. Good for a score. Jefferson with their first lead of the game, up 21-14 at the break. Cavaliers opening drive of the third quarter. Ashley dropping it over to Sam Siegfried. Nice touch there. 9-yard touchdown pass, make it a 14-point game. Then on the heels of an interception, it's Ashley once again making things happen with the feet. Second rushing touchdown of the ball game. 35-14 Jefferson. At that point, the Cavs would coast from there, winning their first state title in the young school's history by a final of 48-21. While the Govs and Tigers did battle in the late game Saturday night, hours before, Pierre Governors were in search of their 6th straight title, and to do so, they would have to defeat the T-Area Titans for the 2nd year in a row. These two teams also met earlier in the season. Govs won that one 35-30. So what would round 2 have in store? It's a good one. Second quarter game tied at 7. Lincoln Kienholz going to the air. It's Jack Merkwan. Nice catch. Keeps his balance. That's a 75-yard touchdown. The kid had 234 receiving yards on the day, a championship record. Govs up 7, but here come the Titans. Maddox Slykouse showing off the arm himself. And that's Chase Van Tol. He's a running back, but showing off the hands. 83 yards on the score. The Titans, though, would miss the extra point. They trailed by 1 heading into halftime. Third quarter, Pierre looking to add to its lead. They dump it off here to Brock Moser. Physical run. He's across the pylon. Govs take a 21-13 lead. Titans got to answer. 3rd and 9. Slykouse again going deep. And again, it's Chase Van Tol. What a catch. 78 yards this time on the score. Point after was good. Titans still trailing by a point. Ensuing Govs tried. Lincoln Kienholz right back to the ground he goes. He's in from 4 yards out. Pierre up 28-20 heading into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter now, Kienholz had an interception on defense, giving it back to himself on offense, and he's back in the end zone. This time it's an 11-yard score. That would be your dagger. The Pierre Governors, the 11 AA state champions for the 6th year in a row. They win this one by a final of 35-20 over T. While South Dakota high school football was wrapping up, over in Iowa, a trip to the 2A state championship was on the line. In Cedar Falls, Iowa, the Central Lyon Lions took on OABCIG, looking to get to the 2A state championship. They got off to a good start. Graham Eben here punching it in from 2 yards out. Central Lyon with a 7-0 lead in the Unidome. Offense continuing to roll in the second quarter. Lutmer over the middle for Josh Elbert. He would lunge ahead for the score, 19 yards on the touchdown. 17 zips Central in full control at the break, but in the third quarter, find themselves in a little trouble here. Griffin Dearson makes the stop, forces the fumble. Lennon Wells falls on it. That's a touchdown, 2-point conversion, good. Opsik had some life, but on the ensuing Lions drive, Lutmer showing you why he's going to be a future Iowa Hawkeye, breaking free for the 66-yard house call. Central Lyon back in front by a wide margin, and they would roll from there. The Lions on to the state championship by a final of 37-14. 9 straight weeks, 9 straight wins. South Dakota State Jackrabbits are currently the #1 team in the FCS. And Saturday, they look to put a stamp on their regular season. 21 degrees at kickoff, but plenty of smiles with Senior Day happening in Brookings. Early going, though, it's Illinois State off to a great start here. Gronowski absolutely rocked. Taken down for the sack. The Redbirds, a little bit later, would recover a blocked punt in the end zone. So Illinois State with an early 7-0 lead. Jacks had to wake up, and they would do so through the air. Gronowski to Jaden Yonke. Nice adjustment. midair there. That's good for a gain of 51 yards. It would lead to a Jackrabbit field goal. So move ahead now to the second quarter. Jack still trailing 7-3, but they're inside the 10. This time, Gronowski keeping it himself. He's in for the score. Hit 25 yards on the ground for the day. 10-7, Big Blue moves in front. 13-7 now at the half. We skip ahead to the third quarter. Gronowski again looking for Jaden Yonke, and the senior once again comes down with it. He had 5 catches on the day for 127 yards, showing out on senior day. Moments later, Isaiah Davis, he's just a junior. He'll be back next season if he wants to. He gets the rock and punches it in from 9 yards out. First time in school history, the South Dakota State Jackrabbits are the outright Missouri Valley Conference champions, beating Illinois State by a final of 31-7. The Coyotes looking for their 3rd win in the past 4 weeks in Grand Forks against UND. Early first quarter, 3rd and goal. Aiden Bauman going to the air. He's got Carter Bell wide open. That's a touchdown. PAT was no good, but the outstrike first on the road. Second quarter, now down a point, but they give it back to the big 6'5 lefty, and he's slinging it for Wesley Elidor. That's 16 yards on the touchdown, 13-7. Coyotes regain the lead. 2 minutes left to play now. UND on 4th and goal. Going to go for it. Tommy Schuster rolling, throwing it over the middle, but it's intercepted. Dayron McKinney with the INT. So USD is still ahead, but about 2 minutes later, 20 seconds left before the half. Coyotes trying to punt it away, but it's blocked. Absolute disaster. The Hawks would run it down. They'd recover at about the 2-yard line. And the very next play from scrimmage, Schuster rolling to his right, firing for Bo Belquist, and he's got it for 6. Fighting Hawks would take a 1-point lead into the break, and they would never trail again, going on to win this one by a final of 28-19. That's your look at sports.